You ready? All right, we'll go ahead and call the Troy City Council meeting for August the 28th to order. And if you all will please rise for a brief invocation and pledge. Dear Lord, we come before you with humble and grateful hearts for the opportunity to represent our constituents in the great city of Troy. Please lead us and guide us in everything we say and do, and make it be pleasing into your sight. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. You face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. All right, we will go ahead and start our meeting. Thank you for your attendance, and if the clerk will note, all of our members are present. And I don't think we have any committee reports at this time, other than our executive committee meeting did meet at 4 o'clock upstairs to discuss our agenda items. And we also had a presentation from Sarah Chandler and Jackson Thornton for our benefit that we'll discuss later. But Council, you have the minutes of the previous meeting before you. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? If not, a motion to approve is in order. So moved. By Mr. Meeks, seconded by? Second. Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the minutes are unanimously approved. Thank you. The next item on our agenda is Housing and Community Concerns from Ms. Margie Barrow and Ms. Cheryl Shipman. And I do not believe they are here, so we will proceed on with our agenda. First item is Resolution 2018-80, an engineering agreement with CDG. And Brian Chandler, if you'll come forward. This, is my understanding, this agreement is a renewal of an engineering services contract that we have with them, a renewal. And Mr. Chandler, if you'll give us a brief description.
Yes, sir, that's right. We currently use Carter, Darnell, and Grubb, CDG Engineering, headquartered out of Andalusia, to do a lot of our water work, to do some of our sewer work. They also do other things for other departments, including planning. This is just an existing agreement with them is running out. This is just a new agreement to take its place for us to continue to use their services in the city. You should have the rate schedule, both the proposed new hourly rates along with the previous rates from the agreement back in 2015.
And Brian, I think this is the last one.
It is, yes, sir.
So as you know, you've approved Stewart Engineering, Watkins, Gould Mills and Kaywood, several. It's just a housekeeping issue that we do every 3 years. And so this will be the last one of these that you'll get for a while.
And Mayor, I assume this comes with your approval?
It does.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for Mr. Chandler regarding the engineering agreement with CDG? So we have a motion by Ms. Moultrie, seconded by? Second. Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is unanimously agreed to. Thank you. The next item is Resolution 2018-81, which is the Oakland Heights Multi-Purpose Project, which is, I think, basically narrowed down to Adams and Boyd Street. Mr. Chandler, if you'll give us a description of the resolution and the project.
This project is along Adams and Boyd Streets. It is a comprehensive project that does a lot of different things. It works on and cleans up some drainage areas, replaces some culverts under the road. It upgrades some water lines to a large enough size to be able to provide fire protection, replacement of some sewer lines, also paves the roads in the areas where the water and sewer work is going to be done. This is the money that we were awarded a CDBG grant for back earlier this year. That's an 80-20 match. And so this was the project design. We submitted this a couple years ago and were not awarded the grant. We tried again this year with a few minor changes and were awarded it. And we sent out the bids. Goodwin Mills and Kaywood did that. We got 2 bids back. And we're recommending that we go with the S.A. Graham, who was the low bidder on this project.
And
All
it's-
right, any questions or comments for Mr. Chandler? I know this project is $486,697.50 as it's in our resolution, and I believe we've gotten a grant for $400,000, is that correct?
Right.
Through ADECA?
and
You
the-
probably already stated that, but I was just.
No, sir, that's
making sure
good.
That was out there.
Yep. And then the rest of the money will, to complete the project, will come from the utility bond funds that are already existing that we have.
Okay. Mayor, I'm sure this comes with your approval.
It does. This is, Councilwoman Moultrie and I have been working on this for, I don't know, 6, 8, 10, a long time, many years, and I appreciate her, her support and, pushing me through the years. This is going, to improve that area a great deal. Glad that we could get the funding from ADECA to help us with that, and so I know that the residents in that area, especially Miss Olivia Pearson, will be very happy about this, and so I just wanted to thank the council and Miss Moultrie especially for their help in this project.
The-
Do we have any idea when we'll start?
That's what I was just fixing to say. Yes, ma'am, there's a pretty tight time frame on this project, so it should start soon. I believe end of this year, first of the next year, it's supposed to be completed, so we've only got a couple months to get it done, so it should start quickly.
Okay. So will that cause any closing of the roads or anything like that?
When it goes on, it will for sure. When we're working on the water and sewer and the drainage culverts that go under the road, yeah, the roads at times will probably have to be closed to dug up and then for them to be patched back for repaving after that. So there will be some road closures going along with this.
They won't affect any residents, right?
No, they'll be able to get in.
No water or anything of that nature, right?
If any of that does have to be, it will for just short periods of time when we disconnect them from the old line, hook them to the new line. But other than that, that should be just minor, and they will all be notified, ahead of time before that happens. So it won't be a
We'll
thing.
be sure we communicate that,
Okay.
so
So
nobody
they'll know.
gets,
All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So move.
All right, council, if there are no other questions or comments, we have a motion to approve
Second.
Resolution 2018-81 by Ms. Moultrie, seconded by Ms. Baker. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is unanimously approved. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, council, upstairs we did, I think bring forth a unanimous resolution, or not a resolution, but a motion to appoint Jerry Beckett to the Industrial Development Board. He will take the place of Jimmy Floyd, who was on that board for quite some time. And do we need a motion and a second to do that, or is that just carry forward? Is there a motion to approve by Greg Meeks?
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Baker. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the appointment is unanimously approved. Thank you. All right, I will revert back to the beginning of the agenda. Ms. Barrow wasn't here when we started, but I will go back and give you a few minutes to address your concerns before we close the meeting if you so choose. If you weren't prepared to do so, we'll get you at the next meeting or a future meeting.
Well, I would just do a sketch tonight and you can get me that other one.
If you're gonna give a sketch, if you'll give a very brief sketch, we will move forward.
Since I'm late.
That's fine.
I had many concerns on, I'm sorry, first of all, I would like to say good afternoon to everybody and thank Mr. Paramore for letting me say just a few words. I give a brief introduction of what my housing and community concerns are. Number one, we are this community, and I am concerned about the Boys and Girls Club of America. Some things are going on there that's not right. My family rights has been violated and abused. Children going to the Boys and Girls Clubs is abused and neglected. And I called up on many people. I had an incident over there. I had already gone to the police station for help. So I had an incident where I had to call the police when Boys and Girls Club members gonna impede traffic. and tried to make me have an accident and tried to make with the children being in the car. So I will continue that, but so far they say I'm banning trespass from the Boys and Girls Club. And I want to know I'm protecting, I'm protecting those children. Those children are number one, they're our future. They shouldn't be abused at the Boys and Girls Club. And we do want transportation for the Boys and Girls Club students. And we're asking the city for transportation for all the city schools, city school students that attend the Troy City school system. And we're asking several people to, including Troy University, if the Troy City Board of Education and Mayor Jason Reeves and Troy City Council feel like they can't, that they need some help on it. So we're being abused and abused. I'm stressed out by the Boys and Girls Club. The children are stressed out by the Boys and Girls Club. And we need some professional people up there to work with those children. And other than that, the Troy Housing Authority. My mother had to pay $1,000 for rent because they say they didn't get her cashier's check, and she mailed it to them on July the 31st. But after she went to the police department, the check came up. We reported it to the police department. It's lost and it was stolen, and the check turned up. But you having to go and borrow pay $1,000 because somebody says they didn't receive your rent, and then they tell you you're going to have to pay a late fee if it's not paid by the 10th when it was paid by the 31st, and they had the proof showing that. And we will look forward to continuing this discussion on our next council meeting. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to just say a few words tonight, and I apologize for being late, but I'm stressed out. My family is stressed out, and the children are stressed out because they're making me let the children off in the streets now. I'm having to let them off in the streets, and they want to know why. And this is somebody's house they have gone to and cleaned their underwear for them. That works at the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Barrett. All right, with that, Mayor, we welcome your report.
I, again, appreciate the action on Adams and Boyd. That is, when you work on a project for many, many years, when you finally see it come to fruition, it's very gratifying. And I appreciate, again, your help. I appreciate the patience of the residents over there. But that's a really good thing. I would say probably on Saturday, with Boise State coming into town, is probably certainly one of the biggest football games in the history of the university. The success of that program has been good for the community, and certainly would encourage everybody to that could to go out this Saturday